Well, good morning, everybody. I'm sitting out here with the B-Rex trying to figure a few things out because I'd like to take this thing on an actual trail ride by the end of this video. In the front, you can see we have a separation issue. And it's just plastic and it pulled through there, and that's because it's under tremendous stress. If you look at these other Y connectors that they're using instead of a 4-link, it's kind of making it into like a 3-link. They're under a bit of stress because this thing just has so much force under it with all these shocks. And all that is just a little socket that a screw sets through. It looks like there's one screw that sets through this little piece of plastic that sets down in there. And I think because it sets at such a low angle, it's causing a lot of stress right there, and that was able to pull out. So I'm going to see if I can find some sort of a piece of metal and replace this plastic piece with a piece of metal and maybe go a little bit taller so it doesn't have to reach down quite so far. This is my spare axle. It's got some broken parts going on in there. So using it for a template, test dummy, whatever you want to call it. Let me get to working on that and we will get back together. So I might have found an idea. See the way this sets? It has that inset. It sits down over these ears and it does not allow it to tilt back and forth at all. It locks it around those ears with these socket pieces. I'll go in from reverse and show you. So that does not move. So what if I removed this, put in a piece of like M3 all thread, a ball end, that'll also make this a tiny bit longer, and then I can set the ball end down in here and drill this out to take an M3, and that should give it a lot more strength and a lot more flexibility. So I think we're going to give it a try. Here's what I came up with. I was able to put an M3 right in there. This is what came out of it. And I got an M3 grub screw all the way up through here, threaded right in. And here's our coupler. And I did grind some of the ball end off this side because it was a lot longer on this side. But I think this is going to be sufficient for our uses. I still got my flex, and it changed that angle a little bit so it doesn't have all that pressure on this arm. Well, hopefully that'll turn out to be a sufficient replacement for the old one, and I may have to do that to the others. And just because of how much stress this is getting, I may have to actually relocate these arms down by like 5-10 millimeters or something, and that'll probably also relieve a lot of stress. But you know, more testing. So I needed to get some sort of a battery box together before we go out because I didn't want that battery flopping around everywhere. So I got this, which I'll add a second one of these M4 lock nuts right here. But this is a piece of expanded metal that I cut out of this sheet of scrap I had. And then I ran a couple of M4 studs down in there, some grub studs. And this is an electrical disconnect box that they're throwing away at work that I grabbed. Now I can throw the battery in here, the lead will come out through here temporarily. I don't know if this is where it's going to stay permanently because there's going to be, so I want some working turrets and stuff, so this is probably also going to house a whole bunch of electronics for that as well, and maybe a second one back here. I'm not sure yet, but this should get us good enough to get out and give it a test run. I can throw the battery in there and at least keep it secured for now. Alright, let's hit the trails. Well, it's time. Let's see what the beast can do. It's incredible just how touchy this steering is and how far it turns. I mean, you can really it turns tight. So I'm probably have to dial that down a little bit or get used to driving it one or the other. Alright, not too bad. Alright, let's try a hill climb, and that should be a success if it works. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for our first trail test here. I'm actually going to continue on further and do a full separate video of nothing but that. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope to catch you on the next video. Looks like I might have a little bit of something going on with that front axle I'm going to have to inspect. But we'll catch up with that on the next video. Well, I'll count this as a pretty good beginning, pretty good success. So have a good one. Stay tuned, smash that like, and hit that subscribe. Later.